All right, today we're going to be talking a little bit about interval training. This is also known as HIIT, high intensity or high intensity interval training. HIIT, full disclosure, is not easy, but it's super effective for losing fat when combined with strength training. When most people think of cardio, they think of long, slow jogs, or 30 minutes on the elliptical or Stairmaster. Okay, that is called steady state cardio, okay? And while this isn't necessarily bad, it's not simply as effective or efficient as HIIT, okay? But it feels essentially a lot easier. So the question becomes, really, what do you want? Do you want faster results that only require 10 minutes? Or do you want the longer, quote-unquote, easier way out that will take anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes for the same effect? I'm going to assume you want more bang for your time. So I'll tell you how to perform and use HIIT in one quick sec. But first, I kind of want to tell you a quick story about taking the easy way out from a guy by the name of Abram, also known as Abraham later, choosing the easy way out, which, as we find out, is kind of a no-no. So anyway, Abram finally makes it. He was into a promised land that God said he was going to give him. There's a severe famine, though, when he enters the land. I'm sure Abram was super excited about leaving his home and coming into famine. But anyway, regardless, the famine is so bad, Abram feels they must flee and leave the promised land to go to Egypt to be saved. The only problem is that Sarai, his wife, is extremely beautiful. I know, real bummer for him, right? Anyway, Abram just knows that once the Egyptians see his wife, Sarai, they're going to kill him to get to her. So Abram, in all his wisdom, chooses the easy way out and asks Sarai to say she is his brother, hoping that instead of killing him, they will just let him live. Obviously, this is probably a bad decision. Anyway, Sarai does as Abraham asks, and as he predicted, the Egyptians think she's the finest thing since sliced bread. Actually, Egyptians probably didn't have sliced bread, but you get my point. Anyway, Sarai is so beautiful that Pharaoh himself hears about her, sees her, and decides to marry her. As such, Pharaoh gives Abram a lot of riches, and he becomes wealthy. But all of Pharaoh's household becomes sick because God didn't want Sarai to be with Pharaoh. Plus, Pharaoh ends up finding the truth out anyway, gets upset, and kicks them both out of Egypt into the famine anyway. So, that was kind of a lose-lose. So, here we go. Are you going to pull an Abram, or are you going to go all out? Abram chose the easy street, if you will, during the famine, but ended up on Skid Row. In the same way, steady-state cardio may feel and look sexy and easy, but it isn't as effective. Instead, choose to do it the honest, if you will, and right way, I would argue, which I would say is high-intensity interval training. So, essentially, how do you do high-intensity interval training? Here we go. First, number one. Best case scenario, perform your high-intensity interval training immediately after a strength training session. This will only add an additional 10 minutes to your workout session instead of like 30 to 45. Okay, number two, choose one of the following movements, like a rower, which is what I use, or the bike. Running, not jogging, running, kettlebell swings, ball slams, burpees are good options. Third, set a timer for 60 seconds and then work as hard and as fast as you can, as safely as you can, at whatever exercise you choose for the entire 60 seconds. So it is super important. You must give 100%. If you don't, you will be giving your spouse to Pharaoh, if you will. Don't take the easy way out. Work hard the entire 60 seconds. All right, fourth, once 60 seconds is up, I want you to rest for 90 seconds. That means if you're doing a rower, it's like at a walking speed. If you're running, you walk for 90 seconds, okay? Fifth, repeat that process until 10 minutes is up, basically 4 intervals. Short, simple, and effective. If you really get 100%, it's going to be super effective, and you're going to be blown away with the results. All right. If it were easy, everyone would do it. If you want something uncommon, you must do the uncommon. All right? And as always, if you have questions or need help, I am here to assist you. This is Kellen Lake with Just You Fitness, Winston-Salem. Go and be awesome.